Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Rusty Nelson. I really appreciate you being here. And yes, those are thrilling videos, and it kind of goes along with my saying my camera is my best excuse for adventure. And during the summer, I'm lucky enough to be a storm chasing guide with Roger Hill and Silver Lining Tours. And I get to take people out from all over the world, photographers, pretty much to get their photograph of a lifetime. And one of the biggest questions I get is, what do you do when there's perfectly blue skies out and there are no storms? And that's what this video is about those moments that I found out if you just put the camera down, you get to meet some of the greatest people in the world. And going through the Midwest, I've been through these tiny towns where there's just a few hundred people. And in this one particular town, Cawker, Kansas, I got to meet two of the coolest gentlemen around. In fact, what they're doing is going through and restoring the town piece by piece, little by little. And they were so excited to tell their story. I went and grabbed my camera, got it out, and shot what I could, unplanned, I guess, and that's what you're going to see. So if you could, next time you're out, just think for a second, walk up to somebody, shake their hands. Everybody always talks to people with cameras in their hand. Shake their hand, say hi, and introduce yourself. I guarantee you're going to have some great experiences. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started on this one. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Do that thing where you subscribe, follow a little guy down below, hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It definitely helps the channel out. Thanks so much. Okay, again, let's get started. Just in case you didn't know it, Kansas sits right in the middle of the country, and Cawker sits right in the middle of North Kansas. And it sits just north of Lake Wakanda, and it is the home of the world's largest ball of twine. And as I drove down the street and looked up at the water tower, I knew that's what I was on the lookout for. And sure enough, there it was, in all its glory, the ball of twine. And all I had to do was blink and I was headed out of town and ran into this great little gas station. And of course I had to pull over. And to tell you the truth, for that day, that's when the adventure began. Okay, so right now I'm with Bill. And Bill is, I'm gonna call you the proprietor. Okay, because Bill actually restores these. And he waved me down, saw me taking pictures, and I thought this was so cool I had to record this.
These are original restored, the pumps. This is a remake of that air pump. That's the air pump in the middle, but those others are real restored pumps. A friend of mine here in town restored them.
So where did you get these from?
I go to auctions and buy them. Farmers, wound up with them because when the gas station got done and got electric one, then the farmer would take these and use them for 20, 30 years to, pump gas in his place. The lights are reproduction, but I made the poles. I had a friend lay the bricks back up that's how it originally was.
So explain how you found this plate, or who had this before?
Kate McGee had it, an old lady here, and she run a Dairy Queen out of there. The poles weren't there; they was gone, and there was like a canopy out here, and you pulled up and you drove under it, and you went up. There was a window where that door is. We've changed that already. But you went in there and you ordered your ice cream or your whatever you wanted, and then you took your food and went sat down or drove off. But she was in there for probably 40 years.
Wow.
And she's been gone probably 20 now.
This is so cool. And then you have the other one up the road.
Yeah, and we'll go look at it if you want to.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, you can.
I really want to show you that one because that was done inside. This one we just completely gutted it. Now I've got to completely rebuild it. Because like the termites and the dry rot got the bottom. So one piece at a time, I gotta cut everything off at like 4 or 5 feet and then rebuild that and then move over and rebuild and I'll do the whole thing.
Man, look at all the old electrical up there too.
Oh, we tore out tons of that old wiring.
I wonder what this door used to be.
This is where he built on. He had like a chicken place in here. You ate chickens.
Oh.
And
You ate chickens?
Well, you ate chicken. But anyway, you got a doorway going in there. What we're going to do, we're putting a patio out there, and there'll be a patio door here. There'll be living quarters in here for probably 4 people. And it'll be like the other place I'm going to go show you. It'll be really cool.
That's pretty cool.
And this, it looks really rough, but the other building was nothing as far as like, we had to tear the cement floor, everything out of the other one. It was so bad.
Wow. Wow, this is cool. Great.
Well, let's go look at that.
Man, you're going to have to leave that door that color, though.
Oh, let me tell you the story about the back of that.
Oh, no.
I found this out.
This is cool.
You know, chasing history. This is original too. You know, these are from
wow,
like England.
Yeah.
They're solid cast iron. My friend and me restored that one. But anyway, this station when it was built, I think it was in the 20s. This part wasn't on here. It was just that. And the reason they built this was the first station in town with men's and women's bathrooms. And that was their draw card. Somebody else put a new station in when they built this, and then they added this on and said, well, we got to trump them somehow, and they had a men and women's bathroom built on the back. So that's why it goes like that. And I thought that was kind of a neat part of the history of it.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's cool. And then with the cars, just something you had around up at your other shop?
Oh, I've been doing cars for years and years. This one here, I had this close to having a sale on it. The guy was going to take it up in Crosby, North Dakota, right on the Canadian border, and then I was going to deliver it. And I used to run up there, but something happened. He was a little short on money. He didn't take it, but he wanted the camper at all.
Yeah, pretty cool. So, I guess we'll go up and have to take a look at the other place.
My brother just showed up, so I'll ride with him, and we'll meet you up there at that other station.
I'm Rusty Nelson. Nice to meet you. I'm getting the whole tour.
Oh, okay. He's a photographer, and he does all kinds of stuff. He can show you old gas stations, old buildings. Cool. He's from California, and he's just out here taking pictures.
And just in case you want to see the real thrill, is what is that? The ball of twine? The giant ball of twine.
Yeah, I've been telling the mayor that we need to start a second ball.
A second ball.
So that we can make the biggest balls in the nation, not just the biggest ball.
So this is station 2. Pretty amazing.
You like this?
Oh.
Well, this is. Oh, check this out.
Got a loft. The ladder's back behind the door.
Got a old fire off a fire truck ladders. That's how you get up there.
That is so. That is.
This is the same station, I think, in 1927. And I knew all those guys. They're all gone now, but I'd met all of them.
And this building sat vacant for like 60 years. And
Really?
yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it never was nothing here as long as I was alive. And I bought it about 3 years ago, and we completely gutted it, tore the little bit of cement floor out, and plumbed it and wired
Man,
it.
you guys are having too much fun.
It's a lot of work, though.
Huh?
It's a lot of work.
I bet it is.
But they're all original. We're restored. They got plastic lenses in them and stuff, but they're all original restored. And the KT Oil, that was the original company, but we couldn't find any signage. And off the photograph, we had a guy make all the signage. With a computer, they built them. Show you something else here.
Oh, okay, cool.
I want you to look in this building. This is what we started with next door here. We started another place. These old buildings are all falling in. This one, the roof literally is, but it's in really good shape compared to the one next door. I'm going to show you the one next door, what we did over there. Oh, it looks like.
And what did this used to be?
This was central office. This is where if you made a phone call, there was a switchboard over there, and then there was a privacy booth, and I'll show you what it was. But then they'd make your call and hand you the deal, and you could go in that booth and talk to somebody back in the 30s. Never seen besides the original one in that building. We bought it and sold it.
I guess a coffin carrier.
I was going to say it.
Carrying coffins on the train.
Back when they didn't have
Really? I was going to say that doesn't look like a phone booth I want to be in.
They packed it with ice and shipped them on a train.
Really?
Yeah.
From what time frame is that?
Probably the 40s and 50s, maybe, like the 30s.
Wow.
But this is identical to the phone booth that was in that building we was in. I bought it and sold it, and we was online looking parts for that English one down there, that cast iron one.
Yeah.
And I seen this, and I'm like, Pam, there's that phone booth we had 20 years ago, or one just like it. Anyway, it's like a privacy booth. They would call your call up and hand you the cord, and then you'd go in there and pull the door shut and stand there and talk to people. And it's got like
And that would be in that other building.
yeah, that's where it was originally, or one like it. But it's got like double walled glass and double doors. And it was just to kill the sound, so you could go in there and people couldn't hear you talking. But we seen it.
Nobody's in here, right?
Do what?
Nobody's in here, right?
Well, there better not be. They'd be smelling by now. But we'll go next door and I'll show you a building that was just like this one. And this is where the photography guy is, right over here. They probably get tired of shit.
The building where we stored it in this cabinet.
Hey, I got another guy that just needs to see this, and he's from California, and he's a professional photographer.
Oh, fantastic.
And I was telling him about your husband, and
He went to Brooks.
this building was worse shape than that one. And her husband said they'd like to rent this and do this photography thing here.
Oh, yeah.
You take pictures of her, she's better looking than me, don't do that.
That's his son.
That's my son in my car.
Yeah,
This
cool.
is some of the, you was talking about doing storms.
Yeah.
These are some of his shots. This is his grandpa and his dad
Yeah, cool.
out farming. But anyway, I just thought you might think this was cool because this building looked
No, last thing I expected.
bad compared to that one over there. I just showed him the other one, and they did all the work. And
What's the name of the photography?
Cole W. Everly Photography.
What this used to
Okay.
be, I forgot.
this was a grocery
Oh yeah,
store.
this was a great.
Okay, so we had to change cameras because I wasn't prepared for this, but these guys have been so nice. So we're actually on our way to go see a mansion. This is the little mansion.
Yeah, this is the Women's Presbyterian Library. It was built, the way I understand, by women or for women only.
It used to be our city library.
And now it is,
It's
Part of the-
historical. It's
Like a museum, I don't know.
yeah.
Steve redid it, and it's got a lot of the original stuff in it. If we had more time.
Yeah, no, man.
And sometime, if you ever get back, we can grab him and he can take you in here. But I'm going to tell you today, it'd take a long time because he'd tell you everything about it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Anyway, if you wanted to get a
But
photo of it, and we'll go up to that man.
You know, it's while we're talking about this, I'll just say this on camera, is towns like this are so lucky to have people like this that are working to keep these towns up because
yeah. Most people will tear all these buildings down.
yeah, and I've gone through so many of these towns out here in the Midwest that are just going by the wayside. So let's go see that. Let's go see the mansion.
It's about 5 blocks up the street, and I guarantee it's bigger than that.
Hey, another
Bigger than the
adventure.
museum.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Ain't that awesome?
yeah. It kind of matches. There's another building right
yeah,
there.
there's
right
another
there.
one down there. It's about a third the size.
Yeah. So the railroad tracks went right along
there.
here.
This was the northern border, or is the northern border of Cawker border. And I can't tell you the whole history on this, but one of the first
Oh, this is a lot
guys
bigger than
with
I thought it
money
was.
in town built this.
Yeah.
I sold it to a good buddy of mine from Saskatoon, Canada. And he's kind of unrestoring it. It was set up as a house.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to put it back like it was in the 30s and 40s. Like he tore out all the fancy kitchen that I put in, all the cabinets, and they're going to kind of put it back. And then they're going to use it like an artist retreat.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what the little building is, don't you?
I was going to ask you that.
You don't know what that is?
Well, no.
Well, it was a four-holer. Does that tell you what it was?
Oh.
An outhouse.
That little-
It had 4 people who go out there and
That's
sit down and
quite
discuss
the
business.
outhouse. Yeah. Yeah.
That was for the horses, and then the horseless carriage, of course. The water tower out back, so they had forced water in the early days. But that's really what that was. That was a 4-holer.
Wow.
This is a walk-in cooler that was built on in the 70s. They made it a private supper club, and it lasted about 10 years, and the guy went broke.
Yeah. Well,
That's
kind
what the-
of tough to keep going.
Yeah, and this was a patio. They used to come out and have drinks on. There was a bar in there.
How many people live in town?
Oh, I think we're down to about 400 now. It used to be, a couple thousand years and years ago. It's just pretty well drying up.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that adventure to Cawker, Kansas. Giant twine balls and caskets, phone booths, and a couple of guys that are making a difference in the country. I'm just about home. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there and listening. And don't forget to go ahead and follow the guy down below again and sign up, register, send suggestions, whatever you may do. Really appreciate it. And I'm actually just down to the gallery down here, just down the street. And here in Kennett Square, if you're ever in the area, please stop in and say hello. Surely appreciate it. And I hope that by watching this, maybe next time you're out, maybe you'll take that one extra second, get motivated, put the camera down, walk up and shake somebody's hand, and I promise you, you'll end up having a great adventure yourself. Until next time, get off the couch, start clicking, and I'm here at the gallery now. I will see you later.